during Super Bowl week, I had Deion Sanders on my show down in Miami, and I asked him, what advice would you give J.J. Watt for hosting Saturday Night Live? Because, he did it way back in the day. And he said that you're going to have a lot of ideas pitched at you, and you got to be comfortable with the ones that you do. Which was the one that you were most, I guess, comfortable doing out of all the ideas that we actually saw on television, JJ?
The one that immediately when they pitched it on, I think it was Tuesday, that I knew it was going to be gold was the Rudy skit, the Robbie Rudy. Yeah. I mean, I grew up watching Rudy as one of my favorite movies of all time. I loved it, iconic. And then when they pitched it and we just started flowing with the jokes and we started going through what the dialogue could look like and the janitor and the 5 foot nothing 100. It was just, I was like, this is going to be golden.
Well, I mean, and the best part about it is, again, you're the guy that refuses to let the coach use the undersized guy's inspiration. You're just standing there pointing out, we cannot go on the field with this guy.
It's so good, and it's just the actors are so funny, and Keenan, whenever he says anything, is hilarious. It was so much fun.
And so, what did you say? I just can't do. Can you tell me what wound up on the cutting room floor, JJ?
There really wasn't a ton. So, like, the interesting part about it is, you say cutting room floor. So, on Wednesday, you read through 45 scripts.
Damn.
They 45 full scripts. You do a full table read through with the whole cast and everybody in the room.
Right.
And then you chop that down to 11. And then you take 11 to the full dress rehearsal on Saturday night, 2 hours before the actual show. And then after that, so you have an hour and a half between the dress rehearsal and the actual show. You cut that 11 down to like 8. So it is truly wild how much happens and what goes on. So like one that got cut, that we cut right after the dress rehearsal before the show was it was just I'm in like a cabaret bar, and I ended up on the stage singing. They probably cut it because of my absolutely horrendous vocals, which thankfully nobody had to hear that besides in the Frozen skit when I sang a little bit.
There you go. The Frozen skit.
Yeah, it's the whole process is truly incredible. How quickly they turn things around, how quickly and calmly they make decisions in no amount of time. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and then they got to do it again. I mean, it's kind of. I mean, in a way, like that's like it's a grind of a football season, right? It's a 1 week preparation for, in your case, 3 hours, maybe 3.5 for them. With a dress rehearsal, it is like 3 hours, and then you just okay, that's done. Let's do it again. It's unbelievable.
It's so similar, and it's really impressive. So and it all builds up, just like you said. You start on Monday, and you build up, you prepare, you read your scripts, just like studying your playbook, and then you're building up towards one live event with a real audience, with pressure on the line, with having to make changes and having to get your lines. And there's all these people, hundreds of people backstage shifting sets and moving stuff. It's literally, if one person screws up, it screws up the whole team. So it's just like sports. And I was talking to like the some of the guys behind the scenes, and they were like, we've been doing this for 20 plus years, and the adrenaline that you get on Saturday night reminds me of when I played high school football or when I played, so it's very similar in that aspect where you're part of a team and you get the adrenaline rush, and there really aren't many places you can get that.
J.J. Watt here on the Rich Eisen Show. And then when it's all over, this one I've been to an SNL after party. I mean, it's insane. That thing that can go all night. So did you hit that too, and like stay out 3-4 in the morning, that sort of thing? Did you hit that?
Absolutely. I told myself when I booked it, I was like, listen, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to let it loose, and I'm going to do the after party. And I have not stayed up until I think we got back to my hotel room like 5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
I have not stayed up that late in a long, long time. But well worth it. As you know, like you said, you've been to one. It's just the fun you have, the stories that are going around. It's a blast.
And then there's others who weren't, I guess, part of the broadcast show up. Did you got any names that people that just showed up and hung out?
I'm not a big name dropper, Rich. I mean, I already dropped your name to get the gig. I would like to get it again.
Well done. Very well done, JJ. That's next level right there. I appreciate that. We just want to, I don't know, we just want to get in the behind the velvet ropes with you, JJ. That's all, just trying to get that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you got to get behind the velvet ropes to get behind the velvet ropes.
Very good.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download The Rich Eisen Show app.